seeing what Doc Rivers has put up, which is absolutely nothing, is very alarming, and I'm starting to become very worried for this team. Start off the year, I believe they're 1-4 or 1-3. Abysmal.
They're not good. They're not
abysmal.
Good at all.
Very embarrassing. They're 1-3 as we speak, and they've lost 3 straight games in a row. Right now, I believe they're 14th in offense, and they're the 22nd best defensive team in the entire NBA. Last year,
when I checked, they were 26th.
Good God, I just checked now. Maybe it's the ass is ass. Okay, so
okay, no, you checked after me. You checked after me, so they're 22nd.
You being 22nd in defense, having a backline of Lopez and Giannis, you being 14th again with having such a potent offensive force in Giannis and Damian Lillard. Things are just not adding up. This entire process is cooked. If you look towards the top of the Eastern Conference, teams, even in the Western Conference, teams that typically are doing better are teams that have that continuity and have been together for at least last season. No major roster changes. The Milwaukee Bucks are now one of those teams. These guys have been with each other for a year now. But you're very disappointing.
Yeah, this is on my list as well. Obviously, it should be on everybody's list. I picked them to be the 3 seed because, like you said, continuity usually works. Stars that are so talented struggle to find their footing, usually work in year 2. Mm-hmm. You know, it was a good bet to make for all the reasons we believed in them in year 1. It made sense. It stood to reason that going into year 2 with the full summer around your new coach who seems like is liked by your head superstar, your 2 stars know they have to be better chemistry-wise, know they have to be on the same page, are saying all the right things. You added a couple good new role players that should hopefully help you do those right things. It stood to reason that they would be better. They fucking are not. And I'm very mad at myself. I learned that I'm a fucking idiot for buying into Doc Rivers, for forgetting that Doc Rivers is coaching this team. I focused on all that good stuff, and I forgot that they are coached by Glenn Rivers. And that, at the end of the day, is the problem. I'll go further. I think the panic hiring of Doc Rivers to a 4-year contract is one of the worst moves made in the last 10 years of the NBA. This is going to be incredibly detrimental to them. I mentioned at the start of the episode, I'm selling some stock. I'm hating on some people I don't usually hate on. I am fully out on the Bucks. I'm over it. I'm selling all my stock.
Yeah.
This team is going to crumble, and I don't think there's any way out. I think we're in DEFCON 5. If you're a Bucks fan, you're probably holding out hope because it's early in the season, and you should hope that they bounce back with more games. I don't care. I think this team is heading nowhere fast. I think it's scary hours for Giannis' future. How do you feel, Donovan?
Listen, I feel the exact same way that you felt. I've just felt like this since the summer. I didn't think that the Bucks would be a top 3 seed in the East. I think that like the biggest thing is the last point that you said. We are now on Giannis watch because we all agreed that like good or bad, the fit between Dame and Giannis and this Bucks season is going to determine a lot for the NBA moving forward. Because if it doesn't work, now you have a 30-something-year-old Dame. The rest of the roster is super, super old. And you have Giannis going into the second half of his prime, right? He's like 29, 30 right now. And the next 5 years are going to be his last like peak of his powers time to win a title. And he has, you know, at every turn, whenever there is any type of indecision about the state of the Bucks, Giannis has been like, hey, listen, like, I just want to be somewhere where I can win a championship. And it's very clear right now that the Bucks are not a place that is probably going to happen.
Look at this play. Their defense has been so bad. Look at this. Brook Lopez comes down on the drive after Gary Trent gets blown by in a very fucking easy way. And look at Giannis on the top. He's supposed to rotate to this corner once he sees Brook Lopez go down, but he's not. He's looking at Drew and not looking at Brook at all, and it's a wide open 3. Giannis has been so lethargic and not the top tier DPOY you want to see. You mentioned, Mo, that with Brook Lopez and Giannis being your backline, your defense should be good. It's embarrassing that it's not. Giannis has not been that great defensively. His energy has been so low. Yes. And offensively, while Dame has had some good shooting games and they've both scored well at the same time, there's still the issue if they just have zero fucking chemistry. They're taking turns, getting their game off. They don't have the synergy as a pick and roll duo. They don't amplify each other at all. He's in the post. Dame's just standing there. He's not providing anything. Derek White's coming down. He's not spacing out for him. Giannis doesn't do jack shit when Dame is ISOing. The duo is not going to work. They are not on the same page. I'm not sure they like playing together. They don't seem to be that way when they play. Maybe they say the right things in the media, but they do not seem to be on the same page. They don't even look like they want to be on the same page. Again, it comes down to your coach at the end of the day as well when it comes to prioritizing the right ways to play. But these 2 stars just don't seem like they're going to work because of their own tendencies and their style of plays just being a dead end.
Yeah. There's so many things that we hit on right now, but again, falls back all on coaching usually. This offense, even just looking at it, looks so regular, basic. You have some of the most potent and powerful offensive forces from the 3-point line and also in the interior. And you as a coach cannot figure out how to make these two coincide. It's embarrassing. And on top of that too, going back to the defensive end, everyone just looks, like you said, lethargic, lazy, don't give no like real effort just yet. Maybe like, you know, it's early in the season, people are starting to get in shape, but no, it just looks like lack of not even attention to detail, but just lack of attention in general. And this is a fun fact. This is really like, it's meant to hurt you, Isaac. I'm trying to hurt your feelings. All right, this is personal.
I'm broken inside. You can't hurt me.
Guess who's leading the Milwaukee Bucks in minutes per game right now?
I know
Not minutes per game.
This.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, playing more than Giannis, playing more than Dame, playing more than Brook Lopez. Torian fucking Prince. Torian fucking Prince. Because Darvin Ham is there. Because Darvin Ham is telling Doc Rivers that this is our wing stopper. We got to get him in the game. He makes everybody better when he's on the court. Put him on the best wing and he'll do well. Our defense will be risen. It's nonsense. It's what is it? Why does everywhere we go, Torian Prince is using this way? He's a good player that's overused by these coaches.
Yes. Yeah, he's good, but only for so long. You know what he reminds me of? You know what like Fix-A-Flat is? He's like that shit, you know? Like, yo, if you have an incident or something happens, cool, just pop that bitch open, just spray it on your tire. You'll be straight for like 10, 15 minutes. Don't continue the entire road trip with on, or else disaster is going to happen. And Torian Prince getting that many minutes is disaster.
Let me tell you some numbers relating to the coaching.
Talk to me.
This is all straight coaching, straight effort-based stuff that I think you put on the coach to inspire the team to, you know, go out there and try in these areas. They're 29th. This is yesterday, so no some games have played. Things changed really fast early in the season. Mm-hmm. But as of yesterday, they were 29th in transition defense, 26th in transition offense.
Embarrassing.
They're not running. They're not getting back. 29th in offensive rebound rate. Not crashing the glass, not getting back, not running. 26th in assist percentage. Not setting each other up, not keeping the ball moving. All these fundamental things that make a good, well-coached team that plays off each other and does everything well, they don't fucking do.
Yeah. And when last year, whenever they fired Adrian Griffin, they were one of the worst transition defenses in the league. And whenever Doc came in, instantly you saw them, you know, perk up a little bit. And that was one of the areas that they improved. And you saw the record or just, you know, the overall style of play get better. Now that has regressed, this is the same situation that got Adrian Griffin fired. And the last year and a half is justice for Mike Budenholzer. I understand. I understand why, right? Why you had to fire him. Things felt stale. You felt like you had to make a change. Obviously, you're gonna fire the coach. But you look at the situation that the Bucks are in now, and you look at the way that the Phoenix Suns are playing, and you look at their situation, and it's two different teams on two different ends of the spectrum. And Bud is a good coach, and Doc is a guy who knows how to talk to people and knows how to get jobs.
I hope happens?
That is Doc Rivers' biggest skill. He knows how to work in a job interview.
That boy stays on interview tutorial, TikTok, and fucking YouTube, bro. Now that this has happened, I hope this like starts to become a trend in the NBA to where like there's like a coaching reset and teams in front office a little bit more grace to coaches and stuff like that due to playoff failures and blunders and all that. So like you say, Donovan, I understand why they fired Mike Budenholzer, but at the same time too, if you have plans or whatever or intentions to get another superstar and jumble up a few things, I just can 100% guarantee that I just know that Bud will put out a better product and get way more out of Dame and Giannis compared to what Doc is doing right now. So I hope that coaches that a lot of teams see this, give their genuine good coach more grace, and not think that the grass is greener on the other side when it's not. It's actually dark. It's actually an abyss, and the Milwaukee Bucks are in complete hell.
Sometimes the grass might be greener, but just don't make that grass fucking Doc Rivers. Like, it's so well documented. When it was done, we were like, him? He's the one you're disrupting? The 2 seed who's winning in spite of some bad coaching, but they're winning? And you're disrupting that for Doc? For Glenn? It's just crazy that they scouted coaches and they thought that, like, this is our guy.
They still can't guard anybody. And mind you, Chris Middleton still has not played a second. He has still not played. And surprise, surprise, that guy who has been hurt for the last 3 years, once again, is coming into the season not healthy, and we have no idea when he's going to be back to quote unquote.
Donovan, I got bad news for you.
The Chris Middleton. And I have bad news for you, and I think I know what you're going to say. Bucks fans,
Chris Middleton is not changing anything. Chris Middleton there or not, it don't matter.
He's never coming back. That version of Chris Middleton is gone. 2021 Chris Middleton, the one who had a 40-point game in the NBA Finals, that version of him is never, ever stepping onto an NBA floor again. And if you're the Bucks, that is so worrying, because the only bright spot between like Dame and Drew, and I mean between Dame and Giannis in this whole entire era, is that Chris and Giannis have always had synergy, and they've always been able to act right and play together. If he's not there, I don't know what you do. And you guys they're in a bad spot.
Yeah, man, that's enough Bucks talk. Fuck them. I'm so sick of them. They pissed me off. I had so much stock in them after they made that trade. I had so much high hopes for this
Paolo
duo.
season.
Look at them, man, making us look like fools. Embarrassing.